Yeah, this is the next video in episode 65. And if you were thinking about changing the channel, oh no you craw don't. This is the midweek wrap up, where we start off with a little thing called Main Event.
It is a little thing, because it's only an hour long and there's only 3 matches.
You know what I'm still excited to say?
What?
We're not starting with Tough Enough.
I have some Tough Enough related news, but that's not until the end. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we opened up Main Event with Bo Dallas coming out, saying that he's traveled the world. He's been to everywhere from LA to New York to England to Japan, and there's one place that has changed his life.
Let me guess. Disneyland.
No.
SeaWorld?
No. You're getting close though.
Nah, I got it. Abdominal Stretch City.
Close. Suplex City.
Oh.
When he was
I remember
viciously attacked by Brock Lesnar a couple weeks ago. He said it changed his world. But he survived. And he can teach everyone to survive and strive to be like him if they just believe. Well, you know who says that? Says fuck that? Fandango.
Fandango says that or fuck that. Which one?
He says that.
He says
Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. No? Okay.
he don't drop no F-bombs, homie.
Watch Swerved.
They have a funny, they have a fun match.
Yes.
They have decent chemistry.
Yeah, I can see they're definitely going with an aggressive Bo Dallas now. They're starting to change.
Well, like he said, he went to Suplex City.
Yeah.
He's come back a changed man.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
You never come back the same after you've been to Suplex City. I went there once. Luckily, Brock Lesnar was somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we were both there when Suplex City was founded.
Yeah, we were at the inception of Suplex City.
Yeah, we were there. We watched it happen.
We were all bitches.
I wouldn't go that far. Bo Dallas did end up.
That's just what they call people from Suplex City.
Oh, okay.
They're not like Suplexites or Suplexians.
Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah, they're the Suplex City bitches.
It's their mascot. Bo Dallas ends up picking up the win. Fandango goes for the last dance. Bo Dallas is able to roll out of the way, picks up Fandango and hits him with the elevated neck breaker that he's been doing off the top
Bodal
rope.
Anarchy.
God damn it, don't call it that. For the love of God. We go to the back, and Renee asks Dolph Ziggler how he feels about having a rematch against Rusev at Night of Champions.
He's there because Lon is hurt.
He's excited because he wants another shot at trying to beat Rusev.
And he wants to end it once and for all.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens comes in and says, hey, we've got a match tonight, and, if I were you, I wouldn't be so distracted about how my girlfriend's feeling, and I'd be more worried about getting hurt in the match later tonight. So, see you out there, Dolph. Dolph's like, you be distracted, me.
Dolph's like, check out my hair. Looks like top ramen.
Then we had...
Check out my hair. Looks like ramen.
Alright. So then we had a tag team match.
Yeah, we did.
And we had the Primetime Players, who are getting a tag team title shot this Monday on Raw, and are looking to take back their titles, but tonight they had to face the Matadors. Matadors without El Torito.
Olé!
Thank you, AJ. Yeah, El Torito is not with the Matadors.
No,
anymore.
because they beat him up.
Yeah.
He done got beat up. He done got rescued by the Dudley Boys.
I'm just glad that they ran with this and they didn't have like El Torito just be like, oh yeah, I still like you guys. I'm glad.
Well, it wasn't the first time he's been assaulted by the Matadors.
Exactly.
And a tiny bull man can only take so much.
His heart can only take so much.
His little bull heart. Little tiny bull man heart.
I mean, this match was...
That's a bit of a heart family.
Bull heart?
Tiny bull man heart.
This was a really cut and dry tag team match.
The only standout thing in this match to me was both primetime players members hit their finishers at the exact same time.
Yes.
Like they were perfectly in sync with each other, not the boy band.
Yeah.
They're more Backstreet Boys.
Darren Young hit gut check on Fernando, while Titus hit the Clash of the Titus on Diego.
Good job telling them
Darren.
Because I had no fucking clue.
Yeah. I actually had to watch the replay to make sure who it was. Darren getting the pin on Fernando, and
he was the legal man
for the primetime players. Then we go to our main event of main event.
Mr. Joe takes off.
Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler played really well at looking he looked distracted. Because when he came out, he did like his little shadow boxing thing that he does, and then he looked back like he was expecting Lana, and then he kind of like had a realization that she wasn't going to be there. He did his usual thing, but he wasn't as brash as he usually is when he comes out. He wasn't as hyped as he usually is.
Now he's got a lot of things on his mind.
Which is good. I like that he's playing into that.
He's got a lot of things on his mind.
Him and Owens have a killer match. With the fact that Ziggler is so good at overselling and just really putting emphasis on the way certain moves affect
Owens
him.
senton Ziggler on the back.
Oh my god. Ziggler actually rolled into it, and I was like, why? Why would you
he's trying to roll away from it.
He rolled into it, and it's fucked up. And he's
super kick party.
Twice. Thank you, Jimmy.
Good job, Oos.
Oos. Oos. Oh.
You didn't know.
I
was hoping you'd try to continue that on.
I thought about it and I stopped it. Owens ends up picking up the win. Dolph
with a powerbomb.
Dolph hits a
powerbomb.
Dolph hits a sunset flip on Owens. Owens kicks out, and as Owens is getting up, Ziggler runs off the ropes and tries to go for the Famouser, but Owens ends up turning it into a pop-up powerbomb. It was a really wonky-looking pop-up powerbomb, but a powerbomb nonetheless.
Well, Dolph Ziggler was distracted.
He couldn't get enough height to drop himself for the powerbomb.
He was weighed down by all his negative emotions.
Wow. Owens ends up picking up the win, beats down Ziggler a little bit more after the match, and then mocks Ryback.
Yeah, he gets on the turnbuckle and says, "Feed me more."
Yeah. Then we move on to our favorite show, NXT.
Guess what NXT is?
What?
Our favorite show.
Oh shit! It's like
I fought for the NXT.
It's like I told them that or something.
Ooh, how do you know?
What?
Because you said it.
We actually opened up with Carmella taking on formerly known as Cassie, now known as Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce.
This was a good match.
It wasn't bad.
That's
what I'm going to call it. Was not bad.
It was better than the other Divas match we had.
I guess.
I think it was.
I'd say they're both average. Yeah. Good to see they have, like, names.
Yeah, they're not
gimmicks now.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
Her gimmick is she's from Australia.
I don't think that's a gimmick. I think that's that's a real thing.
Kind of like Billie Kay and Emma.
Yeah.
Their gimmicks are there from Australia.
Yeah, there's a lot of Australian girls on NXT now.
I'm okay with that. I like the Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah, no, Peyton Royce
she's got a lot of Thunder Down Under.
She tried to out slut Carmella by.
No, I'm just saying that.
She got a big old booty?
Yeah, she got a lot of booty.
No, she definitely didn't.
She does squats.
She definitely didn't quite fit into her attire.
She
was popping out every which direction.
She doesn't skip squats.
But she is good.
Yeah, no doubt.
She is great in the ring. I was really impressed. Carmella was on top of her game. She looked really good.
The best outing she's had so far, in my opinion.
Carmella ends up picking up the win with a flatliner, then putting Peyton in her leg submission, getting Peyton to tap out.
Figure 4 head scissors.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I was impressed.
It's one of those things that I never thought I'd say. Actually, I mean, there's always the option it could have happened, and it is happening right now. That like Carmella and Eva Marie are improving.
Yes, they are. They're definitely improving. I'm just glad that Carmella kicked out when she was supposed to.
Yeah, I don't think Carmella ever got pinned.
No, she did. She got pinned a couple times. Yeah.
Alright.
Then we had Finn and Joe getting ready for their big tag team match. Now, okay.
Joe calls him Baylor.
Yes, Mr. Baylor. Hands him the NXT title and says, "Hey, let's go do this." Now, okay. Here's the interesting thing. Before we go any further, they're not doing all of the matches on NXT.
Yeah.
We actually we'll go through.
Two of them were done at a live event.
Yeah, we had Enzo and Cass advance over the Shoot Nation.
And the Mechanics, aka Dash and Dawson. Dash and Frog in my throat, boy. Advanced over Tucker Knight and Elias Sampson. The Drifter. I like the Drifter gimmick.
Yeah, I do too.
I want more of Elias Sampson.
So now Enzo and Cass will actually face
the winners of tonight's main event.
Yes. So they'll either face Joe and Finn, or they'll face the Lucha Dragons, and the Mechanics will move on to face the winners of Blake and Murphy or the Vaudevillains, which we'll probably see next week.
I won't be surprised.
Then, our first actual Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic match of the night is the unlikely team of Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey facing. Now, don't
adjust your sets.
This is right.
That's
they are facing.
That's something that you can't say nowadays.
They
you
are
can't really
wrestling
adjust the sets.
The whole shebang. Johnny Gargano and the Sicilian psychopath Tommaso Ciampa. And like he couldn't even sit down.
No.
I kept having to go. Okay, this isn't Chikara. This isn't Ring of Honor.
Not AIW.
We're actually seeing these guys.
Not PWG.
Yeah, no, it was insane. I was like, we're actually seeing these guys on NXT, and
read it. It says Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. It was fun too.
Yeah.
Bull. I think the fun part though was the
exchange between Bull and Gargano was funny.
Well.
Because it was like Bull being big.
Yeah,
Gargano tried to arm drag him, and Bull just held on like.
And then Johnny ran off and tried to crossbody and just bounced off of Bull.
Yeah.
Tommaso though opens up and just slaps the shit out of Tyler Breeze, and Tyler Breeze tags in Bull and pouts in the corner. And Bull ends up like shoulder blocking and knocking down Tommaso. He goes,
Bull and Ciampa.
That's how you do it.
Bull and Ciampa carried most of the match.
Yes, they were the basis of the match, and then we had Tyler came in for a bit, had a little bit of a flurry. Johnny Gargano kind of had the comeback. We end up with a mishap on Bull's part. He ends up getting tagged back in, and as he's running off the ropes to hit Johnny Gargano, he accidentally knocks Tyler Breeze off the apron.
Yeah, Tyler, that's why you don't stand in the middle.
Johnny tags in Ciampa, does a sunset flip, allows Ciampa to flip over him and get a jackknife pin and pick up the win over Bull Dempsey. So Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa are moving on in the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
And fortunately for them, they're facing what I think is probably the most easiest team to defeat in the entire tournament.
He's lying.
Actually, the scariest, biggest, angriest team that likes to demolish people, turn them insides out, eat them, make clothes out of their skin, and fornicate with their corpses.
Puts lotion on its skin.
Rhino and Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
We're talking like officially the heaviest, largest team in the tournament versus the smallest team in the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Gargano and Ciampa barely weigh over 400 pounds together.
And here's the thing. Those of you that have seen Ciampa wrestle, in ROH he looked like one of the biggest guys. But he is dwarfed by Bull Dempsey.
Yeah.
He is just an average-looking dude now that he's in the ring with these WWE monsters.
It's weird thinking Tyler Breeze is a WWE monster.
Yeah.
But even, he was bigger than Ciampa.
Yeah, he was. I didn't realize how small Ciampa was.
Yeah.
Just because he's significantly bigger than most of the guys on the Ring of Honor roster. But yeah, as much as I'd like to say I'm excited to maybe see Ciampa and Gargano get to the finals, I don't think they're going to make it through Rhino and Corbin next week.
Yeah, the odds are, I mean, like, we've seen Corbin in a matter of, like, a few seconds, like, beat up 2 guys, like, easily.
Yes. Well,
like,
if you combine
Tischer and, like, Elias Sampson, like, back to back, like.
Well, he did Tucker Knight, Sawyer Fulton.
Yeah.
He's beaten multiple guys in less than 30 seconds. So if he can,
he's probably had like 4 or 5 matches, like combined time in under a minute.
Yeah. So I'm excited that they're making it to the second round. I think that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see more from fucking Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
And exploding.
We then have the Lucha Dragons saying that it's an honor to face Samoa Joe and the current NXT Champion Finn Balor, and it is also an honor to pay homage to Dusty Rhodes, who was very good to them during his time in NXT.
They called him the Jefe.
Yeah. So this is a big thing for the Lucha Dragons.
Well, it's a big thing for every single team involved.
Yes.
I mean, WWE has really never done a memorial tournament or anything other than Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
And that's only 2 years old.
Yeah. So, it's kind of a cool seeing these things that a lot of independent promotions do.
Yeah.
AIW does the JT Lightning Invitational Tournament. CCW yearly has a Chris Cash Memorial Ladder Match.
It's not indie news. You don't have to say it right. It's okay.
A lot of promotions have these.
Chikara did the 12 Large Summit.
Yeah, there used to be yearly the Ted Petty Invitational. So these things that happen commonplace in independent wrestling is happening now on NXT.
Yeah,
which is awesome because that's also like the home of where all the independent wrestlers are now.
And I think it's Triple H just trying to integrate these new ideas that Vince isn't likely to do.
Yeah.
Because the fact that Vince doesn't have any say in what happens in NXT, because it's Triple H. Triple H runs that place. And so
he's the face that runs the place.
Exactly. So I mean, you don't get all the same old school ideas that Vince tries to do on the main roster. You get you get stuff like this, stuff that changes the game a little bit as far as the WWE structure is concerned.
And I hope after the Dusty Classic is over, we'll have the Rowdy Piper Invitational Bagpipe Contest.
We're gonna have the Rowdy Roddy Red Robin tournament.
Red Robin?
Round Robin. That's what the Rowdy Roddy Round Robin tournament. That's so hard to say.
The Rowdy Roddy Round Robin tournament?
Yeah. Say it fast.
The Rowdy Roddy Round Robin tournament.
Fuck off. We had Dana try to get some sympathy, saying that all these girls think I'm going to use my looks to get to the top, and I turned down an opportunity to be at the latest Arnold Classic
in Spain,
blah, 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 and all the girls better be. But all these girls in NXT better be, or better watch out.
That's what I think of your fucking promo.
And she patted Devin on the head again. Yep. But then that was quickly topped by a really fun Ty Dillinger promo package.
Yeah.
We had like a countdown, which was really we were for a second we were trying to figure out why we recognized this, and it was like
I recognized the music.
Yeah. And then he had a couple of cool little flashes of him from different entrances he had.
A lot of it crowd reaction.
Yeah. I think it's awesome that Ty Dillinger is over now. I think it's cool. Good for him.
Yeah, and if I had to rate the little vignette,
let me guess, 7.5?
No.
8.5.
I'm gonna go a little higher.
9.2?
I'm gonna give it a perfect 10.
Alright.
You can see that I'm on Ty Dillinger's bandwagon. I liked him better than Jason Jordan anyways.
But now you like the fact that Jason Jordan's teaming with Chad Gable.
Sort of.
They've both...
I'm still bitter over them disassociating Chad Gable from the Shoot Nation.
Yeah. You still got Sawyer Fulton and Angelo Dawkins doing stuff?
Chopping to everybody. Yep.
Angelo Dawkins, the curse. Watch Up, Up, Down, Down. Xavier Woods gaming channel on YouTube.
The jump scare episode with Tyler Breeze.
Hilarious.
The curse.
Then we had Dana Brooke taking on Billie Kay, formerly known as Jessie McKay.
Another Australian hottie.
Jessie looks great in the ring, or Billie looks great in the ring. She has got a lot of talent. She's
been around for a lot longer than most people think she has.
Really?
She's still fairly young. She's trained by Madison Eagles.
Oh, nice.
And did a lot of consistent work with Kana.
Who we can officially say has signed with WWE. She recently did an interview saying that she's been able to hone her craft for the last 10 years, and she's ready to show what she can do on the biggest sports entertainment stage there is.
So basically, the smartest move would be to pair the two together in a feud.
Yeah, it would do wonders for Billie Kay specifically, because she's kind of coming in as a no one really knows her kind of girl.
Yeah.
The fact that Kana is getting a lot of publicity about this, a lot of...
Kana in Japan is a multimedia icon.
Exactly.
She's done videos, music videos. She has her own fashion line in Japan.
She was sitting front row at NXT with Sergeant Slaughter and Ric Flair.
Yeah. I mean, she has her own fashion line in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. She's got her fingers dipped into so many different projects.
That's cool.
That she is known in multiple different entertainment circles in the land of the rising sun.
Yeah.
But now she's going to come to NXT, hopefully NXT, where she's going to be way more appreciated than the main roster. But now the main roster is even fucking rad.
Yeah.
With, Divas Revolution.
Divas Revolution, women's wrestling right now, specifically in WWE, I'm not saying that it hasn't been good in other promotions, because it has, because you've got people like Candice LeRae, you've got Hanaya, you've got Athena, you've got Veda Scott, you've got Cherry Bomb, you've got all these great wrestlers that are outside of WWE. But now WWE has finally taken advantage of, hey, we've got some good female athletes, and now with people like Kana coming in, we've got Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Carmella and Eva Marie are starting to, get their wits about them as far.
And don't be surprised to see Cameron showing up.
She's actually taking time away from wrestling.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's initially why she disappeared from TV, was to get better at wrestling.
Yeah. My only thing is, I'm sad that this happened to be the time that Layla retired.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Layla was like the last
Lake
good
Cool
Divas division.
She's the last of Lake Cool to be around.
Like, well, she's like the last remnant of when the women's championship was around. There's no one else that was there around that time. Now it's all new girls.
And Natty was.
Kinda. Not for very long.
Yeah.
Layla had actually been there. She'd been there since 2007. So, anyway, back to this match. Dana Brooke tried. I wasn't really into anything that she did.
No, she doesn't do anything exemplary.
I get it. I know she's a heel, and I'm not supposed to like her, but I want her to give me a reason to hate her, other than the fact that I don't give a shit about her.
Yeah,
Billie Kay did great.
Even heels need something to stand out.
Oh, for sure.
And other than her physique, for the fact that she looks like, something you'd see out of Greek mythology.
She's hot.
Because she's got a nice body, and she's definitely probably the most physically imposing looking diva on the roster.
Yeah, as far as physically, she's a mini Chyna or a mini Beth Phoenix.
Yeah. So But other than that, and her cockiness about how good she looks, and that she used to do all these competitions and stuff, she has nothing. Like, she doesn't have like a real gimmick. She's the total diva, but what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, she's not giving us anything to believe what she's saying. If you watch the Edge and Christian podcast with Stone Cold, Edge actually said a heel needs to believe what they're saying. There needs to be a shred of truth in what they're saying, so it can be ground in reality. Yes, Dana Brooke physically looks great, but there's nothing about her that makes us go, oh man, she's gonna revolutionize the Divas division.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing right now to me that says, wow, I think she's gonna be the next NXT Women's Champion.
No.
Other than the fact that she's basically the top heel in the NXT Divas division.
Yeah.
So it's basically has to be that she's gonna be the next person to fight Bayley for the title.
Well, and in her promo, she was calling Bayley out.
Yeah.
You know, saying that
I think it goes
champion.
babyface or heel. When you're in wrestling and you're cutting promos and you're doing something, especially in a national outlet like WWE, if there's not that, 100% belief in your character and everything you do, then it's gonna make it seem really bland and not believable, hard to believe.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel from Dana Brooke. Is I just feel like she's kind of there.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling from her that she's there to make a name for herself, for her own.
Yeah, it's not for the betterment.
Agenda.
It's not for the betterment of the company. It's for the betterment of her.
Yeah.
I don't know. She tried. I mean, she had a couple things. She did like the handstand elbow drops. She did the handstand choke in the corner. She does her cool little flip thing, but there wasn't anything spectacular from her in the ring.
Except her somersault when Billy gave her the Hurricane Rana.
Oh yeah, the fact that Billy Kay with her legs that are the same size as fucking Dana Brooke did that goddamn Hurricane Rana. That was impressive. Dana Brooke does pick up the win with her Michinoku driver, and that was that. Good showing by Billy Kay. We had Apollo Crews saying that the crowd in Brooklyn and the crowd last week on NXT, they weren't just fans. He's now calling them the Apollo Nation.
Yeah, it's not just the NXT universe.
It's the Apollo Nation. And the Apollo Nation is about to take over NXT.
Which is exciting.
We also get a graphic letting us know that Bayley will be returning next week. I got to see a little video package of her hanging out with her super fan Izzy. She was in the front row during the contract signing between her and Sasha for TakeOver. She got to hang out with Izzy. Izzy got
Well, they even mentioned in the video package that, like, recently, Izzy has been in the front row at, like, the last 2 or 3 set of TV tapings that NXT has done.
Right.
That she, like, her thing is that she wants to be at every single NXT show.
That's cool. Good on you.
She's dedicated.
Yeah, she got a tour.
She was there at this one.
Was she?
Yeah.
I didn't see her.
Same spot, front row by the ramp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she got a tour of the Performance Center, which is really cool. I would
Get to hang out with Bayley.
I'd love to hang out with Bayley and check out the Performance Center.
Hey, but you know what? You can check out the Performance Center.
That's right.
Because they are putting tickets up for sale to go and actually take a tour of the Performance Center.
Yeah, I believe the tickets go on sale like October 26th.
Something like that. But yeah, check that out, guys. You can literally buy tickets and go and look and be at the Performance Center.
Man, if
go look at the day-to-day of the people in WWE's developmental.
I don't even need to see anyone in the Performance Center. Granted, I'm sure I will, because that's where they train and work out. But if I just got a guided tour from Triple H,
or anybody, really,
or Billy Gunn, or fucking
Albert,
Matt Bloom, Albert, whatever you want to call him.
Sarah Del Rey.
That would.
Oh, now I want to go. Now I want to go so bad. Why did I have to say that?
Just
probably expensive,
I mean,
and they have to fly across the country. Fuck.
just the idea. Plus, and in October, Rich Swann and Biff Busick are supposed to be starting.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would love to just go check out the Performance Center. I think that would be awesome to do. So it's really cool that they're giving people a chance to do that. All right. So now we're gonna go to our main event, which wasn't even at Full Sail University.
No,
This
remember,
was
the Dusty
recorded.
Classic is too big for Full Sail.
So we've had 2 matches at house shows already. We've had 3 matches at Full Sail University, and now we have Finn Balor and Samoa Joe taking on the Lucha Dragons, recorded, I believe, before Main Event and SmackDown this past Tuesday. What a treat for those fuckers. Good on you, Providence, Rhode Island. Go fuck yourselves.
He's jelly. As
Yeah.
you couldn't tell.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus the Lucha Dragons was pretty damn good.
I was excited for this match, and it met my expectations, if not went above it.
Yeah. Balor and Sin Cara have really good chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
It was really unique seeing a babyface team cut the ring in half like a heel team does.
Yes.
But they didn't do it with any dirty tactics. They didn't cheat.
No,
they
it
didn't
was
do anything bad.
The Lucha Dragons were just very a step ahead of Finn Balor. They were able to keep him away from Joe on a regular basis. Sin Cara doing most of the damage to Finn Balor with a couple of quick tags to Kalisto.
The little monkey flip splash.
I love that move.
Balor got a great tope over the top rope.
Yeah, a very solid catch by the Lucha Dragons.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful dive, a beautiful catch. All of it looked really
Joe came in and fucked people up.
Yeah.
He gave that nice backsplash enziguri combo to Sin Cara, and then fucking senton the shit out of Kalisto.
Yeah. Kalisto tried, but he's just so tiny.
Yeah, like I say senton the shit out of Kalisto because I think maybe he probably could have potentially shat himself.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, and if that wasn't bad enough to make Kalisto shit himself, at the end of the match, he got the muscle buster and then the double stomp from Finn Balor, and Finn Balor planted the double stomp directly in the abdomen of Kalisto.
Yeah. Sin Cara got off lucky getting kicked off the apron by Joe.
With the world's chubbiest NXT kick.
Yeah, overall, just awesome.
Super fun match.
Awesome match. So let's do an updated bracket here. So next week we will get
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So in the coming weeks,
Yeah.
we've
In
got
the next round.
we've got Cass and Enzo taking on Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. We'll have the Mechanics taking on the winners of Blake and Murphy versus the Vaudevillains. We will have Jason Jordan and Chad Gable face the winners of Marcus Louis and Alexander Wolf taking on the Hype Bros. And we have Baron Corbin and Rhino taking on Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Yeah, I'm excited. I love tournaments. This is so cool. I'm glad that it's a month long of tournaments.
We call it the Kings of the Ring.
I'm cool with that. Bring
Because
God.
there
Yeah,
are 2 of them.
let's do that. So yeah, awesome matches still to come. That's it for NXT. We're gonna do a couple little quick news stories before we get out of here. You want me to go first because mine are negative?
Well, specifically that one. God, that was.
No, I've got one good, one bad. Should we go good, bad, good?
Sure.
Okay. So the good news.
Sandwich the bad in the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe people forget about it.
The good news is this past week on the 8th, Sarah Lee, the female winner of Tough Enough, made her return back to the Performance Center.
She's time to get into gear.
A lot of people giving her flack though because Josh has actually stayed there since the finale of Tough Enough. He's been working consistently, and I guess she took a couple weeks off, went home, did whatever, and now she's back.
Give her flack. Give her flack all you want. I'm not gonna give a shit. Because, let's face it.
She won the fucking thing.
She won the thing, but here's the deal. Going and moving to a different state for your job, to be dedicated to your job 100%, and having to move to be closer to the Performance Center is a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just move on a whim, usually.
True. I mean,
you gotta think, she probably has family back home, and loose ends she has to tie up. Maybe she had a job. Whatever.
She did actually. She quit her job and her schooling to do Tough Enough.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of affairs in order. My guess is, no offense to the guy, but I'm guessing Josh didn't have a whole lot of stuff going on for him right there in his...
Josh just got released from playing football. He used to play for the Packers.
Okay, there you go. So he wasn't committed to another job. He probably isn't married.
He technically got recruited for Tough Enough because his agent was trying to find him different things to do, and as soon as he got cut from the Packers, that's when the announcement of Tough Enough was happening. So he was kind of a shoo-in.
He's ready. He was ready to begin with,
and he was already used to moving around because he was playing football.
Yeah. So give her all the flack you want, but guess what? If you were told that you were getting into the developmental center right now, you'd probably freak out and ask for a minute to pack your shit.
Yeah. So awesome on you, Sarah Lee. I'm hoping to see some good progress out of her. See her show up on NXT.
Yeah, where she can fight Alexa Bliss.
Let's do some cool shit.
If you only be her size.
Now for some bad stuff. So last week we had our news story talking about Zara Schreiber and her Nazi paraphernalia, all that fun stuff.
That's what I'd call it.
Well, this week we've got a little bit more racism. NXT diva, her name is... I'm not going to try and say her real name because it's hard.
Her name in NXT is Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Her name.
I'm guessing she's from a Middle Eastern country. She's got a very Indian kind of, almost Arabic kind of sounding name. It's really hard to say, so I'm not going to try and...
Consonant vomit?
Yeah, I'm not going to... Here, I'll put it down here. It's down.
That's not down. It's up.
It's down there at the bottom of the... Fuck
here.
you.
It's down here somewhere.
It's down at the bottom of the screen. You can try
Probably
to pronounce it.
in front of him because he's the one talking about it.
But tweets that she put out...
but now I want it to be up here real quick.
Nope. So
tweets
that she posted, I guess, a few years ago. I don't know why these few years ago things are starting to pop up, but apparently tweets that she put out a couple years ago while she was on the Independence resurfaced on Reddit.
Let's just say she doesn't like black guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna paraphrase. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna keep it PG. And
when is this show ever PG?
Well, I'm not gonna say the word that she used.
Nigger.
I'm not gonna say it.
She used that word.
She said, "Ugh, effing N-words." That's why I
fucking N-words.
That's why I chose white folk. Let's see.
She's using the word folk positively.
Okay, so this is a tweet that she got sent to her. Mind if I lick between your toes to get the salt glue off, baby? Jam. And she retweeted with, "Why are black people so horny?" And then there's a picture of her on a black guy's shoulders, telling him to stop acting like she weighs 200 pounds and she needs a whip.
She called him her slave.
Yeah. Needless to say, you probably won't hear about her for too much longer. Because if Hulk Hogan gets released for it, you're gonna get released for it.
Yeah, this is sort of a... Yeah, it is weird how these things are starting to pop up.
Yeah,
like tweets and Instagram posts that were taken 2 or 3 years ago.
And the Hogan... The whole Hogan thing, like, this is all from, like, 2012. Thank you, Thomas Wolfe, for saying that 2012 was a big year for racism. Because it was, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I think about it in the way that's like... I don't really know. I think it's just a lot of people are trying to stir shit up.
We're in that time where it's fun for people to try and ruin other people's lives.
Yeah,
like people
we're in such a weird, fucked up society that, like, it's almost like I felt like in a way, it was her gimmick.
Maybe.
In that sense, because you said, like, the guy was carrying her.
Yes. He's
Like,
got
the ring.
He's got her like up on his shoulder.
You know?
She's super tiny.
So, that could have been her gimmick in a much more racy, perhaps adult-friendly, not so family-friendly wrestling promotion.
Yeah, true. And,
I mean, you watch PWG, and the fucking commentators cuss in PWG, So not every promotion is going to be that Chikara or WWE family-friendly environment.
Yeah. So, in that case, she might get a pass if she's able to prove that it was part of her gimmick.
Yeah.
Because it's not part of Hulk Hogan's gimmick.
No, brother.
I'm a racist American.
I don't know. It's we live in this era right now where anything that is the slightest bit offensive anymore will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
So fuck all you people who are offended by this shit.
Yeah. Don't. It's words. Just
Can I quote one of my favorite phrases of all time? One of my favorite things ever to have been said, specifically on the Wrestling Rundown.
Oh yeah, sure. If we've already said it, go for it.
Listen up, you cunting cunts.
We love you, Thomas.
Get over it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's offensive. If you're offended by it, and I find it funny, it's because I enjoy life a lot more than you do. Start enjoying life. Don't be such a serious Sandy with your head up your sand-filled ass.
I just like to post superhero and wrestling stuff on my Facebook, so I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
Give us something happy, Hawk.
Alright. We were recently burdened by the death of Roddy Piper.
I thought this was happy.
In the wake of this, though, recently his son Colt just got married.
Yay!
So, good on them.
That's awesome.
The Toombs family expanding. I'm friends with his daughter, Piper's daughter Ariel, on Facebook. Saw a lot of pictures.
Very cool.
He was wearing a kilt.
Awesome.
So it's rad, They're not letting it bring him down.
That's good.
They're cherishing his legacy and memorializing him in some awesome ways.
And you know what? Just to keep going with that, as you can see, we are supporters of ProWrestlingTees.com.
Yeah.
Anything that you buy of Roddy Piper's, the money goes to his family. So if you're looking to help the Piper family or the Toombs family in any way you possibly can, buy some Roddy merch. You've seen me wear my Roddy Piper shirt. They're all $20 to $25 on there. Buy a Roddy shirt. Represent an awesome legend in wrestling and help support his family in the wake of an unfortunate tragedy. And that's cool that they get to celebrate, a new expansion of their family with Colt getting getting married. That's cool. That's
uplifting news.
Awesome way to go out. Let's stop right there. Thanks for watching the midweek wrap up.
Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe.
Click
cut
all
you off.
Thank you. Click all of our
links.
Like the Facebook,
Instagram, Reddit,
Twitter,
Tumblr, Instagram, emails. Kevin_Hawks26@hotmail.com.
I
really need an email address that these guys can't get into, so they don't see the spam I get. I get a lot of spam in that email.
Thanks for all you guys that have been liking and reposting our videos on Tumblr. That's awesome. I've been making sure to follow all of you guys that are actually checking out our videos. We appreciate it. Thanks for all the new subscribers.
The people who like the videos on YouTube.
Yep.
I see some posts on your Twitter of people who like our videos.
Yes. Also, people that we got new subscribers. We've got new people liking our Facebook.
Yeah,
all
new
the time.
Facebook friends.
Thanks for
fans,
liking the posts
stuffs.
and all the stuff. Let's start talking about some of this stuff. Start posting your thoughts on, different videos. I just posted a funny video. We finally figured out that the Intercontinental title is okay. So let us know what you think about that. It's a funny video. Thank you, Wrestling Memes, for that. Thanks for everyone that is checking out our stuff, having some fun with it. Let's start talking about some wrestling. Be sure to check out that playlist because we got the Raw review already up. We got the midweek wrap-up going on right now. SmackDown's coming out tomorrow, and this Monday we will have an indie news as usual.
Indie news.
And then next week we'll have, episode 66. All that stuff. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Or whatever video you decide to choose next. But tomorrow, SmackDown Rundown.